Rin's crystal form seemed to vibrate with controlled frustration. Hana's bioluminescent skin shifted through multiple colors, a complex language of emotional response that most humans couldn't interpret. "We will submit formal research proposals," Rin finally stated. Her voice carried a tone of determination. Jay nodded, maintaining his professional composure. "I look forward to reviewing them through official channels." The meeting ended, but the tension remained. Something significant had just occurred, a moment that would potentially reshape humanity's position in the galactic community. As Jay walked away, he felt a subtle change. The station's environment seemed different. Other alien representatives watched him with new interest. Subtle scanning systems tracked his movements. The diplomatic game had changed, and Jay Park was now at the center of an extraordinary scientific and political challenge. The research laboratory hummed with quiet intensity. Holographic displays covered every wall, showing complex genetic sequences that danced and shifted like living art. Jay Park stood at the center, surrounded by scientists from multiple alien species. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, a human geneticist from Earth's Interstellar Research Team, carefully examined the preliminary data. Her fingers moved across holographic screens, pulling apart genetic markers that seemed to defy normal biological understanding. "This is impossible," she muttered, though everyone in the room could hear her. Rin Kang's crystalline body moved closer to the displays. Her advanced scanning technologies worked alongside human research equipment, creating a complex network of genetic investigation. Hana Kim watched from another section, her bioluminescent skin pulsing with scientific excitement. Jay's genetic profile was unlike anything they had ever seen. His DNA contained unique adaptive markers that could potentially revolutionize medical technology across multiple species. Each chromosome seemed to have an extraordinary ability to modify and respond to environmental challenges. The initial findings suggested that Jay's genetic structure could rapidly adapt to different atmospheric conditions, heal wounds at an accelerated rate, process complex environmental information faster than typical human capabilities, maintain cellular integrity under extreme stress. Scientists from 5 different planets worked together, their collaborative efforts focused on understanding this genetic mystery. Holographic models showed how Jay's cells could potentially repair themselves in ways previously thought impossible. "Your body is basically a living laboratory," Dr. Rodriguez explained to Jay. "Each cell contains adaptive mechanisms that could change everything we know about genetic engineering." Jay remained calm, though he understood the potential implications. His body was now more than just a personal biological system. It had become a potential key to understanding genetic evolution. The research station buzzed with excitement. News of the discovery began spreading through interstellar communication networks. Research teams from distant star systems requested data access, hoping to understand this extraordinary genetic potential. Rin Kang's scientific team discovered something even more fascinating. Jay's genetic structure showed potential, communication pathways between cellular systems that had never been observed before. It was as if his DNA contained a complex communication network that could adapt and respond to multiple environmental challenges simultaneously. Hana Kim's team focused on the regenerative capabilities. They found that Jay's cellular structure could potentially reverse aging processes and repair genetic damage at speeds that defied current scientific understanding. "We are looking at a potential breakthrough," Hana announced during a research briefing. Her bioluminescent skin glowed with a soft blue light that indicated extreme scientific enthusiasm. Jay understood he was more than just a research subject. He represented a potential bridge between human potential and galactic scientific understanding. His body was now a living testament to human adaptability. The research continued for weeks. Each day brought new discoveries. Each hour revealed more complex genetic mysteries. Scientific teams worked around the clock, analyzing every microscopic detail of Jay's unique genetic structure. Security protocols were extremely tight. The research station implemented multiple layers of protection to prevent unauthorized access to the groundbreaking genetic data. Diplomatic representatives from various star systems watched the research with a mixture of excitement and careful consideration. Jay remained at the center of this extraordinary scientific investigation. He understood the responsibility that came with his unique genetic profile. Every test, every investigation could potentially change humanity's understanding of biological potential. "We are witnessing something extraordinary," Dr. Rodriguez told her team. "This is not just about one human's genetic structure. This is about understanding the potential of biological adaptation across multiple species." The holographic displays continued to dance with genetic information. Complex sequences of DNA moved and shifted, revealing secrets that had been hidden for millennia. Jay Park stood at the center of this scientific revolution, his body a living testament to human potential. As the research continued, one thing became clear. Humanity was about to enter a new era of scientific understanding, and Jay Park was leading the way. The grand negotiation chamber gleamed with technological sophistication. Holographic displays flickered around Jay Park, who stood at the center of an extraordinary diplomatic gathering. Representatives from multiple alien species watched him with a mixture of curiosity and calculated interest. Rin Kang's crystalline form took the first diplomatic step. Her body reflected light in complex patterns that suggested both scientific precision and political strategy. "We propose a comprehensive research agreement," she announced, her voice a perfect blend of electronic translation and natural resonance. Hana Kim immediately countered, her bioluminescent skin shifting to a competitive silver blue. "Our proposal includes advanced technological exchanges that could benefit multiple star systems." Jay understood the game perfectly. This was no ordinary negotiation. His unique genetic profile had become a diplomatic currency more valuable than any traditional resource. "I represent humanity's interests," Jay responded carefully. "Any agreement must provide equal benefits to Earth and our scientific communities." The chamber fell silent. Alien representatives exchanged quick glances, realizing this human was not a simple research subject, but a strategic negotiator. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood beside Jay, her human research team prepared with complex data, presentations. Holographic displays showed potential technological exchanges that could revolutionize medical and environmental adaptation technologies. The negotiation became a delicate dance of scientific potential and diplomatic strategy. Each alien species wanted access to Jay's extraordinary genetic information, but Jay transformed the potential exploitation into a collaborative opportunity. "We propose a joint research program," Jay explained, "where scientific discoveries are shared equally. No single species will have exclusive control." His strategy was brilliant. Instead of allowing himself to become a passive research subject, he was creating a framework of mutual cooperation. The Luminara delegation, Rin's species, proposed advanced energy transformation technologies. The Azure Collective, Hana's species, offered breakthrough medical regeneration techniques. Jay carefully balanced these offerings, ensuring humanity would receive equivalent scientific advancements. Holographic displays tracked complex negotiation parameters. Economic models calculated potential technological exchanges. Scientific potential was measured against diplomatic considerations. Rin's crystalline body seemed to vibrate with controlled frustration. Hana's bioluminescent skin shifted through multiple colors, a complex language of emotional and strategic response. "Your genetic profile represents more than individual potential," Rin stated. "It suggests an evolutionary pathway we cannot fully understand." Jay remained calm. Years of diplomatic training had prepared him for complex negotiations. He understood that knowledge was the true currency in this interstellar exchange. The negotiation continued for hours. Complex agreements were drafted, technological potentials were examined, and scientific collaborations were proposed. Jay transformed what could have been a potential conflict into a groundbreaking interspecies research partnership. Earth's scientific community would receive advanced medical regeneration technologies, complex energy transformation techniques, genetic research methodologies from multiple alien species, strategic diplomatic connections across star systems. The alien species would receive comprehensive studies of human genetic adaptability, potential insights into evolutionary genetic strategies, collaborative research opportunities, access to human technological developments. As negotiations progressed, something extraordinary happened. The alien representatives began seeing Jay not as a research subject, but as a strategic partner. His diplomatic skills were proving as remarkable as his genetic potential. Humanity is no longer an unknown variable, Hana finally acknowledged. Her bioluminescent form glowed with a mix of respect and scientific excitement. The negotiation chamber buzzed with a new energy. Diplomatic representatives from multiple star systems watched the proceedings with growing interest. Jay Park had transformed a potential conflict into a collaborative opportunity. By the negotiations' conclusion, humanity had secured a remarkable position in the galactic scientific community. What had begun as a simple genetic investigation had become a strategic diplomatic breakthrough. Jay's final statement captured the moment perfectly. We negotiate not as separate species, but as collaborative partners in scientific discovery. The chamber erupted in a complex communication of lights, sounds, and holographic acknowledgements. A new era of interstellar cooperation had just begun. The interstellar conference hall vibrated with an energy unlike anything seen before. Jay Park stood at the center, surrounded by representatives from hundreds of alien species. What had begun as a simple genetic investigation had transformed into a moment that would reshape galactic understanding. Holographic displays showed complex data streams, genetic research, technological exchanges, and diplomatic agreements that crossed traditional boundaries. Rin Kang's crystalline form and Hana Kim's bioluminescent body stood nearby, no longer as competing representatives, but as collaborative partners. Humanity has demonstrated an extraordinary capacity for adaptation, announced the Galactic Council moderator, a multi-limbed being from a distant star system. The statement carried weight across multiple communication channels. Jay's genetic research had become more than a scientific breakthrough. It was a diplomatic revolution. The human genetic profile revealed capabilities that challenged everything known about biological potential. Each discovery opened new pathways of understanding between different species. Scientific teams from multiple planets had been working together for months. Their collaborative research showed that Jay's unique genetic structure contained adaptive mechanisms that could potentially help species survive in extreme environments. Planets once considered uninhabitable now seemed possible for colonization. The technological exchanges were equally remarkable. Human engineers worked alongside alien scientists, combining knowledge in ways never before imagined. Energy transformation techniques, medical regeneration technologies, and complex environmental adaptation strategies were being developed at an unprecedented rate. Earth's position in the galactic community changed overnight. No longer was humanity seen as a young, inexperienced species. They were now recognized as potential partners in scientific and diplomatic evolution. Dr. Elena Rodriguez presented the final research compilation. Her presentation showed how human genetic potential could provide solutions to complex challenges faced by multiple star systems. Holographic models demonstrated adaptive capabilities that seemed almost magical in their complexity. Rin Kang's scientific team had discovered that Jay's cellular structure contained communication pathways that could potentially bridge understanding between different biological systems. Hana Kim's researchers found regenerative capabilities that could revolutionize medical treatments across hundreds of planets. The Galactic Council chamber remained silent, absorbing the implications. Representatives from species that had existed for thousands of years were forced to recognize the potential of this relatively young human species. We propose a comprehensive interspecies research initiative, Jay announced. His voice carried the calm confidence of someone who understood the magnitude of the moment. The proposal was elegant in its simplicity. Collaborative research centers would be established, combining scientific knowledge from multiple species. Technological and genetic research would be shared equally, breaking down traditional barriers of competition. Diplomatic channels buzzed with excitement. Communication networks across star systems transmitted the news. Humanity had transformed from an unknown species to a critical player in galactic evolution. The technological exchanges included advanced medical regeneration techniques, complex environmental adaptation strategies, unique energy transformation technologies, genetic research methodologies. Jay understood that this was more than a scientific achievement. It was a diplomatic breakthrough that would reshape interstellar relationships for generations. Hana's bioluminescent skin pulsed with a soft blue light, a sign of scientific excitement and respect. Rin's crystalline form reflected the chamber's lights, creating a complex display of colors that suggested deep contemplation. Humanity represents a new pathway of scientific understanding, the Galactic Council moderator declared. The statement would be recorded in diplomatic archives across multiple star systems. As the conference concluded, Jay realized the true significance of the moment. What had begun as a simple genetic investigation had become a transformation of galactic potential. Humanity was no longer an unknown variable, but a critical partner in scientific and diplomatic evolution. The interstellar conference hall continued to hum with energy. Holographic displays showed complex data streams, communication networks buzzed with excitement, and representatives from hundreds of alien species began to see a new future of collaborative potential. Jay Park stood at the center of this extraordinary moment, a symbol of human adaptability, scientific potential, and diplomatic innovation. The massive interstellar station hummed with quiet energy as Jay Park walked through its gleaming corridors. His dark eyes scanned the bustling environment, where hundreds of alien species mingled and conducted their daily business. At 32, he was the youngest human diplomatic representative ever assigned to the Galactic Central Station. Nearby, two alien species watched him with intense curiosity. Rin Kang, a representative from the crystalline Luminara species, observed Jay through her translucent form. Her body shimmered like a living prism, catching and refracting light with every subtle movement. Next to her, Hana Kim from the bioluminescent Azure Collective studied the human with equal fascination. Jay wore a standard diplomatic uniform, deep blue with silver trim, that accentuated his athletic build. He moved with a confidence that caught the attention of multiple alien species, though he remained completely unaware of the extraordinary interest he was generating. The station's central meeting hall was a marvel of engineering. Circular platforms floated in a massive chamber, connected by transparent walkways that seemed to hover in mid-air. Holographic displays flickered with constant streams of interstellar communication, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and information. As Jay approached the communication hub, his communication device suddenly chirped. A routine message about trade negotiations between two distant star systems flickered on the small screen. He didn't notice the two alien representatives exchanging a quick glance of mutual understanding. Rin Kang's crystalline body shifted slightly, her internal sensors scanning Jay's biological signature. Something was different about this human. His genetic structure showed remarkable patterns of adaptability that her species had never encountered before. The way his body regulated temperature, processed information, and maintained cellular integrity was unlike any species she had studied in her 3 centuries of scientific research. Hana Kim's bioluminescent skin pulsed with a soft blue light, a sign of extreme scientific excitement among her people. She had spent decades studying genetic diversity across the galaxy, but this human was something special. His cellular structure suggested an unprecedented level of adaptive potential. Jay stopped to help a small robotic assistant that had dropped a stack of data crystals. His simple act of kindness, bending down to help the mechanical worker, caught the attention of several nearby alien observers. The robot chirped a grateful response in its mechanical language. "Interesting," Rin whispered to Hana, her crystalline form catching the station's artificial light. "The human demonstrates both physical capability and unexpected emotional intelligence." Hana nodded, her body releasing a soft blue glow that indicated agreement. "His genetic markers are remarkable." The station's artificial gravity created a seamless environment where different species could interact comfortably. Floating platforms moved silently, carrying diplomats and researchers from various star systems. Jay moved among them with a natural grace, completely unaware of the extraordinary attention he was receiving. A group of young researchers from 3 different planets watched Jay with open curiosity. They whispered among themselves, discussing the unique human who seemed to move through the complex diplomatic environment with unexpected ease. The station's central computer system began running complex scans, triggered by the subtle interest of the alien representatives. Data streams flickered across hidden screens, analyzing every microscopic detail of Jay's biological signature. Jay approached a communication terminal, preparing to send a routine report back to Earth. His fingers moved quickly across the holographic interface, sending encrypted data through multiple star systems. He had no idea that his simple actions were generating intense interest from 2 of the most advanced scientific species in the galaxy. The first encounter was just beginning, and neither Jay nor the alien representatives knew how much would change in the coming days. Something extraordinary was about to unfold, a discovery that would reshape understanding of human potential in the vast, complex universe. Around him, the interstellar station continued its constant dance of light, communication, and possibility. The diplomatic tension began to build slowly, like a quiet storm gathering on a distant horizon. Jay Park stood at the central communication hub, reviewing recent transmission logs, completely unaware of the complex game being played around him. Rin Kang approached first, her crystalline body moving with calculated precision. Her translucent form caught the station's artificial light, creating a dazzling display of refracted colors. She carried a data crystal that seemed to pulse with an internal energy. Diplomatic Representative Park, she called, her voice a melodic combination of electronic translation and natural resonance. Jay turned, offering a polite smile. Her Representative Kang, how can I assist you? Before Rin could respond, Hannah Kim glided forward. Her bioluminescent skin shifted from soft blue to a more aggressive shade of silver blue, a color that signaled competitive intent among her species. She carried a similar data crystal, slightly larger and more intricate. The station's diplomatic corps noticed the unusual interaction. Other representatives began to watch carefully, sensing something was different about this encounter. We require a private consultation, Rin stated, her crystalline form creating subtle geometric patterns as she spoke. Regarding a matter of significant interstellar importance, Jay raised an eyebrow. Diplomatic meetings were rarely this cryptic. He noticed how both alien representatives seemed more interested in him than in any specific diplomatic matter. The meeting room they entered was a marvel of technological design. Walls that could become transparent or opaque at will, floating holographic displays that shifted and changed with subtle hand movements, climate controls that could instantly adapt to multiple species' environmental needs. Your genetic profile, Hannah began directly, presents an unusual opportunity for scientific collaboration. Jay remained calm, a skill he had perfected during years of diplomatic training. I'm listening, he responded neutrally. Rin's crystal-like body shifted, projecting a complex holographic image of genetic sequences. Intricate strands of DNA danced in the air, highlighting specific markers that seemed to glow with an internal energy. Your cellular structure, Rin explained, shows remarkable adaptive capabilities that our current scientific understanding cannot fully explain. Hannah moved closer, her bioluminescent skin creating a soft blue glow that seemed to pulse with excitement. We are prepared to offer significant technological exchanges in return for comprehensive genetic research. The implications were clear. These alien species wanted more than a simple diplomatic interaction. They were proposing a complex scientific investigation that would essentially make Jay a living research subject. Jay's diplomatic training kicked in. He recognized the delicate balance of power in this moment. One wrong move could create an interstellar incident or compromise human interests. I appreciate your interest, he said carefully, but any research would require full approval from Earth's Interstellar Research Council. The alien representatives exchanged a quick glance. They had not expected such a calculated response. Around them, the station continued its constant hum of activity. Alien species from hundreds of different worlds moved through corridors, conducted business and maintained the complex ecosystem of interstellar diplomacy. Jay understood something important. He was no longer just a diplomatic representative. He had become a potential bridge between human potential and galactic scientific understanding.